So let me introduce our team first. We have, I am Chahat Sarwara, Student Support Coordinator on the Lloydminster campus. We have Jill with us, and she is the Student Coordinator on Vermilion campus. Courtney is our manager, and she is based out of Lloyd campus. And we also have Jessica with us here, and she is our admin assistant on the Vermilion campus. We also have other guests joining us today, Savita and Ishita, and they are our partners from MSM. So if you are from Pan India or Africa region, you would have spoken to these ladies. Hey, before we begin, let's see how many of you have traveled before or been on a plane. Please raise your hands if you have. So hopefully we'll have some useful information for you today. So we have two campuses, Vermilion and Lloydminster. Vermilion is about 2 hours east of Edmonton, and Lloyd is additional 30 minutes away. Lloyd is actually in between two big cities, Edmonton on the west and Saskatoon on the east side. We are also within the driving distance to beautiful Rocky Mountains. As you may know, Lloyd sits right on the border of Alberta and Saskatchewan. And with Lakeland being the only college here, it makes us the only bi-provincial college in Canada. So students from both our campuses get to enjoy the bi-provincial immigration opportunities. So regardless of the campus you graduate from, you can either apply for Alberta or Saskatchewan nomination. We are also a DLI, so you can work on or off campus as soon as your program starts. So this is our Lloydminster campus. We have about 32,000 people here. It is a small community, but we have all the big stores like Walmart, Superstore, all other stores as well. Unfortunately, we do not have public transportation, so there is no bus service available, and we do not have, Uber or Lyft. So people commute through, they take taxis, they walk, carpool, or drive. But we do have quite a bit of diversity, so you'll be able to find people from various nationalities. So here on this campus, the campus was opened in 1990, and you see these houses. This is our residence, which is just a minute or two away from the classes. Because we do not have transportation, we recommend you to stay in residence. I would highly recommend you to check videos of the cities, whether it's Lloyd, Vermilion, to check on YouTube, or even for Lakeland College. We have lots of videos, a lot of content on internet. You can check Google Maps to have a better idea of the location. So that comes in really handy. Talking about the programs, we offer business, energy, health and wellness, and university transfer on this campus. Now I'll pass it on to Jill.
Thank you. I see that we have one hand up. Manbir, did you have a question about the Lloyd campus?
ਚੱਲੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਓਏ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਚੱਲੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਹਾਂ ਦੇਖ ਲਾ ਇੱਕ ਅੱਧੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਕੀ ਪਤਾ ਹਾਲੇ
Okay, I'll mute him.
No question? Okay. Okay, well, I'll carry on. If you have a question about this slide that we're discussing at that moment, feel free to raise your hand, and we'll help you with that. So this is the Vermilion campus. That's where I'm located. We are in the town of Vermilion. It's a small farming community. It's really lovely. When you go to the grocery store, the tellers, they're going to know your name eventually. So it is kind of nice. It feels, it's very safe here. It's small. Community is small. The population of our community is about 4,000. And on this campus, if you are in any of our agricultural sciences programs, environmental, human services and interior design, this is where you're going to be. At the top of the picture, you can see our student managed farm. So we have the largest student managed farm in Canada. So if you are in our crop technology or animal science technology program, this is where you're going to, that's your classroom. That's where you're going to be spending most of your time, as well as our environmental sciences program. Lakeland has a lot of land that we own, so you'll be spending a lot of your time out on the land here. We are about 40 minutes from Lloydminster campus, so Chihat and I are about 40 minutes away from each other, and we're about an hour and a half to 2 hours to the city of Edmonton. So right now, I just want to do a quick little poll. I just want you to tell me what you're most excited about in coming to Lakeland College. And we'll just kind of like see where people are at. So are you most excited about winter, coming here and studying, learning about our culture, or you're not quite sure yet because you're a little nervous? Looks like we only have 2 responses. We have lots of people on the call. So let us know what you're most excited about. While we're waiting for that, I see that there is a few questions. So if you have a question specifically about the Vermilion campus, we can answer those now.
You can unmute yourself and talk to us.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I
Hi
have
there.
a question for you.
Okay.
Ma'am, my admission was withdrawn because the deadline is crossed, because I haven't get my study permit because of my delaying in processing time of Nepal.
Okay.
So can you help me? My study
Yes.
permit is approved.
Okay, so Arshpreet, right now we're going to talk about study permits and all of that kind of stuff at the end of the presentation. Did you have a question about our campus? So now this is really, really important. When you come here, you need to have accommodation before you get to Canada. So you have to figure this out before you come here. So your options are living in residence. So some of you maybe have already booked your room in residence, which is great. And other options are living off campus. So both Lloydminster and Vermilion, we do have a lot of off-campus rental opportunities, which there's other things that you need to consider with living off campus. You're probably not here, so you won't be able to actually see the place that you're wanting to rent, to know kind of what it looks like. Is it clean? How far is it from campus? Is it in a safe part of town? So there's things that you need to consider with living off campus. And then we are going to have our residence team who is here today to talk to you, share a little bit about on-campus housing. But right now we are going to do just a quick poll because we want to know if you've secured accommodation yet or if you haven't yet. So we want to know if you've booked your residence or you have a place to live off campus. So if students could respond to that, that would give us a better idea about what kind of information that we need to provide. So we'll give everybody about 10 seconds here to respond to the poll, please. Okay, well, it's great to see that a few people have applied to residence. So we'd like to introduce Judy and Chelsea. So they work in our residence department. They will provide a little bit of information for you. And if you have residence questions, you can ask them at this time. So we'll turn it over to Judy and Chelsea.
Hi, everybody. I'm Judy, campus as the Residence Life Facilitator. We are very happy to have you in residence. Residence is a great place to live because it's right on campus and you don't have far to walk to get to classes. We have a contract between you and residents that you sign when you do your application. That contract states that we don't have insurance on your belongings, but we do have insurance on the shell of the building. We are able to do room inspections, and it says that you will follow our handbook, which you can find on the website. We don't have that many rules, but we do have some in place. We really want you to thrive in residence and to meet new people and just participate in all the things that we have planned for you. So I'll pass it on to Chelsea.
Hello, everyone. So my name's Chelsea. I'm the Residence Life Facilitator on the Lloydminster campus. Judy is typically in Vermilion. So I guess a few things you need to know when applying to residence is there is a $50 application fee, as you can see on the slide, which is non-refundable, and then a $500 damage deposit, which is refundable when you move out, as long as the rooms are clean and there's no damages. Included in that is all of your utilities, so it's definitely a very cost-effective option as well. We definitely recommend living on campus for first-year students especially. We do have residence assistants that we have on campus. There's 10 in Vermilion and 5 in Lloydminster. So they're returning students that are just there to kind of help you out, kind of help you navigate just moving into residence, being first time on your own. So they're just there to kind of chat, help you along your way. So if you are planning on applying to residence, we recommend that you do it sooner rather than later, kind of as soon as you've made the decision to live in residence. The link for the application is on your acceptance or enrollment letter, or you can email us. I will drop our webpage and both of our email addresses in the chat kind of once we're done this session. So if you don't have the link for the application, just send us an email, make sure you include your student number, and we can get that off to you. We have both single and double rooms, both in Lloydminster and Vermilion. We also have family housing. Family housing is very close to full in Lloydminster. The rates are all on the website, which, like I said, I'll drop a link to that in the chat. And on that webpage also is some virtual tours and stuff. So there's a lot of really good information on there, and just an FAQ section with what to bring, what not to bring, and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I guess, Judy, do you have anything to add to that?
I don't, except that you sign a contract when you move into residence. And if you decide to move out of residence, you have to give us 4 weeks notice, and then we only keep $100 of your damage deposit. If you don't give us 4 weeks notice, then we keep all $500 of your damage deposit. So just a little warning there. We strongly encourage you to participate in the activities that we have so that you can get to know other people, and it'll stop you from becoming homesick and things like that. You'll have a good time.
Yeah, we put on a lot of activities through our Residence Life program that are hosted by us and the RAs. So there's typically, like, for sure 3 to 4 a month. You might have some more individual ones just in your dorms. But they're awesome, and yes, the best way to meet people, I think, in residence.
Mm-hmm. And if you have any programs that you'd like to put on, then definitely just let us know, and we'll do our best to do that.
Yeah, so I think that's all we've kind of got for now.
Any questions?
I just want to recap that the rent includes all the utilities, wireless internet for academic purposes. Parking is included, and there is free laundry. Do apply in advance. We do not accept walk-ins. So apply before you come, because it can be really stressful to find accommodation after you land at the airport. So be prepared. So that's all.
Yeah, we're getting pretty full right now.
Yeah. Okay.
No questions?
We'll have questions at the end this time.
Okay.
We'll just go through our presentation.
Chat option is not working, ma'am. Chat option is not working. I am not able to send any message.
Yes, there is. We will open that towards the end. Okay, so we'll go through the presentation first, and then we'll take questions. Okay, so for packing, I would start with a packing list. I cannot, you know, I love lists. It ensures that you don't miss anything important, help you stay organized. So start with a packing list. Verify luggage restrictions with your airline. Every airline has different weight limits. So check online what you're allowed to bring. If you are moving into campus housing, review the packing list on the website. Um, also pack extra clothing in your carry-on. Sometimes, the bags get delayed at the airport. You may not get bags at the airport. People have to wait a day or so, or your flight may get delayed or missed, or things happen. So please be prepared. Do pack extra jacket in your carry-on, just so you can stay warm after you land at the airport. It can get chilly at night in August, September. So a jacket would be nice, and it is cold at the airport too. Check which items are permitted by the CBSA through their customs. So sometimes people pack I know people who have packed scissors or knife in their carry-on. So do not do that. Check the list which you can bring. You might not be able to pack the battery backups in your luggage. So check. And bring things that will make you feel at home. Pictures, something that reminds you of home. You can also bring traditional dresses if you have. You will have events to dress up or showcase your culture. But you can buy bulkier or heavier items once you arrived in Canada, especially if you have luggage allowance. So items that you can buy here include pillows, bedding, towels, cleaning supplies, as well as winter clothes, because we do have sales and you'll be able to shop for the weather here. So our communities are small and we do not have busing system. So there are no buses, no trains. The only public transportation option is a taxi. To date, services such as, again, Uber, Lyft, those aren't active in either Vermilion or Lloydminster. People walk, drive, or carpool. So this is why we suggest students living on campus, so that first of all, they save on that transportation cost that you'll be paying taxis. And second is you don't have to, have long walks to get to the campus. But if you want to travel to nearby cities such as Edmonton or Saskatoon, you can, or go to Rocky Mountains. Your transportation options are very limited. There are small bus companies like Rider Express and so on that have limited routes between Edmonton and Saskatoon, and they stop in Lloyd and Vermilion. We do have new Rustler shuttle ride coming up in fall, where we will pick up students living in residence, and we will take them to the city, or not to the city, but in Vermilion or Lloyd, take you guys for grocery shopping, and we will have drop-off points. So we'll drop you in a marketplace, and we'll give you a couple hours. You can shop around, do what you need to do, run errands, and you can hop back on. It is free of charge. We won't be charging anything for this. So some things that you must not forget to bring is your transcripts or certificates from previous schools, your travel documents, that is your passport. Of course, you will need that. You will need the visa to enter Canada. Do not forget to bring a copy of your letter of acceptance because the visa officer needs to see that letter of acceptance to give you that study permit. Criminal record check. So some students in different programs like human services, they would need a criminal record check to begin their program. Also, students in healthcare aid would need immunization record. So bring those. Uh, if you do not have debit or credit card, or sometimes they do not work. So make sure to have enough cash on you for immediate needs when you arrive. So recommended is 300 Canadian dollars or whatever you want to bring, but do have some cash. If you are driving currently in your home country, we highly recommend you to bring your original driver's license. And that's because otherwise, when you come to Canada, you'll have to give class 7 written test, and then you would have to wait 1 year to drive or to give the road test. So if you have international driver permit, it cuts down that time and makes things, quicker. And then if you already have your cell phone, make sure to bring that because it will reduce the cost of your phone plans. We do have the sockets here are different. So bring an adapter if you are bringing your, devices from your home country. Oh, and also some students may need an enrollment letter. You can email us to get your enrollment letter that you may need at the airport. Okay, so study permit and temporary resident visa are two different things. The visa is a document that allows you to enter or re-enter Canada. This is a stamp on your passport. So if this expires, you will need to reapply in order to re-enter Canada. Sometimes the expiry date on visa and study permit may be different. So you would have to check both the documents. And study permit, on the other hand, is the document that will allow you to study at a college. This is issued at the border service. This is issued by a border service officer at the airport. Also, do not forget to bring your letter of introduction that you would have received with your passport, because the officer will need to see that letter of introduction to give you the study permit. Okay. So another thing that you need to make sure is that your study permit have these conditions. The most important one is that, as you can see here, that you may accept employment on or off campus. So we have seen that the visa officers or the border officers, they sometimes miss to include that condition on your study permit. So that how that is going to affect you is that you won't be able to work when your program begin. You will need to get the document amended or apply for a new study permit, which takes weeks, if not months, and is also additional cost. So spend extra time at the airport. Do not hesitate to ask the officer if these conditions are missing or if the information on your study permit is a little wonky. Yeah, and some programs do have they do require co-op work permit. Make sure to remind the border officer of this. Check your letter of acceptance to see if you need one. Because if you don't get study or co-op work permit at the airport, then you might not be able to start your practicum, which is going to delay your studies. And you would have to apply for co-op work permit after you arrive, after you exit from the airport. And that is, again, takes weeks. The processing times are crazy right now. And well, there is no additional cost for the co-op work permit, but again, it is time consuming. So we do offer free shuttle. We pick you up from the airport and bring you to campus. August 1st is the deadline to register. We recommend you to arrive 3 weeks prior to your program, no more than this, because you can be denied entry. The airport pickup dates are August 8th, August 20th, and August 26th. We pick you up at 1, so make sure that your flight lands before then. Or if you are already in Edmonton, before these dates, you can still hop on this shuttle, and we'll bring you to campus. But please RSVP. You would have already received an email. We need your RSVPs to ensure that we book proper vehicles. We have enough room. And for travel insurance, you can purchase one if you need. It's not mandatory, but you can have one that covers medical coverage for any unforeseen events. And I'll pass on to Jill now.
Thank you. Okay, so all of our international students are going to be covered under the GuardMe International Health Insurance. So this is a mandatory insurance for all of our students. You have been charged for this, so it will be included in the fees that you see on your My Lakeland. This health insurance is going to cover things like if you need to go to the dentist, you have an emergency. If you need to get your eyes checked, it'll cover prescriptions. If you needed an ambulance, if there was an emergency, it's going to cover that kind of stuff. So that is something that we will enroll you in, and we will send you this card in September. We will email that to you. The second thing that you need is all students, international, domestic from across Canada, are eligible to apply for Alberta or Saskatchewan healthcare. So depending for the Lloyd students, you might be living on the Saskatchewan side of the city. And in that case, you'll need a Saskatchewan healthcare card. So this card you need in order to see a doctor. If you don't have this card, when you go to the hospital or you go to a walk-in clinic, then they are going to send you a bill for that. This is free. It's just something that our provinces do just so that you're covered and that you get the medical assistance that you need. You have to have both. So when you come in our orientation, which is mandatory, we will cover some more information on this, and we'll have some forms for you so that you can apply that day. I'll talk a little bit about culture shock, because you're coming from all around the world. Things are going to be different here. It's going to feel different. The weather's different. The sights, the sounds, the smell. Vermilion is a very quiet place, so at nighttime you don't typically hear anything. So if you're coming from a really busy city where you're constantly hearing sirens and vehicles and horn honking, you're not going to hear that here. So it's really a lot different. So because of all this culture shock, you might experience some homesickness. So we do really encourage students to really learn about our culture before you come. Do a Google search about Canadian culture and see the things that it is that we do and enjoy. I added some pictures here. So hockey is a really big part of our Canadian culture. Winter activities, we really encourage students to get outside in the winter when it's nice out so that you can try different things, because although it's cold, it really is a lot of fun because there's different activities that you do in the winter. Our food, our culture. In Canada, we have a season called fall or autumn, so that's all the trees change colors, and it's just the most beautiful time of year. And we have the Northern Lights. So some of these things might be unfamiliar to you right now, but we encourage you to kind of ahead of time prepare yourself so that you know ahead of time what you're going to be experiencing. So some of the tips that we have for managing culture shock. Number one, I'm going to say is that if it will be really important if you don't have accommodation yet to book in residence, because you're going to be surrounded by domestic students and international students. So you're never going to be alone. You'll have people there to interact with. Like Judy said, and Chelsea, they host lots of fun events. So you'll be able to do stuff like that and get more connected, which we normally find that it definitely helps with homesickness. And if you get out, you're going to have more of an opportunity to meet other students that are probably experiencing the same thing. Do you have the next slide? Okay. And like Chahat said, just dress for the weather. So because, you know, our winters are really cold, August, September, the night times, it might be plus 25 during the day, but it's going to be like 5 degrees at nighttime. So it does get a little chilly at night. It's very drastic here. Pack some things from your home country that will remind you of home. So I mean, you're not going to have a lot of room to bring things, but make sure that you are bringing a couple things that's going to just make you feel like you are still at home and connected, and stay in touch with your people from home. So with your family and your friends, your parents, make sure that, you know, you have a cell phone plan, bring your cell phones so that you can, you know, stay connected with people. Get connected with the students here. So we do have a couple different social media groups that you can hop on and see the college, see students learning. So then you know that ahead of time. And we also have a WhatsApp group that Chahat will talk to you about later, that you're welcome to join in that group. Chahat and I are in that group, so you're able to ask us questions that might be helpful to all the other students as well. And we want you to take care of yourself. So that's going to be really important in kind of helping get adjusted to Canada. Make sure that you're eating well and that you're exercising. Both of our campuses have access to recreation facilities for you to be able to work out and do things like that. And on that first day during our international orientation, we are going to give you a tour. So you'll be able to see the campus, you'll know where the bookstore is, where the gyms are, the library, and things like that. And we really want to make sure that you get involved on campus. So we're going to do one more poll, but the last one, I think we only had 3 people interact with it. So if you could all respond to this question, is what would you like to try in Canada? Do you want to try skating on some ice on a pond? Do you want to learn how to ski? Would you like to try and make bannock over a fire? Or maybe you just have no idea what these are, and that's okay, because we will help you out with that. So we'll just give. What's that?
Do we have Aluchi with us?
I have been emailing her, and she just said that she is going to join us. Yeah, so I'm just going to resend her. I'm just going to resend her the link quick. Okay, I still only have 3 responses. If you don't know what these things are, we're going to share a little bit more information about Canadian culture and the things to expect here in the winter. So like, don't stress about that kind of stuff, because we're going to make sure that you know kind of what to expect.
And if you have any questions, meanwhile, you can drop them in question and answer chat box. You'll see that next to the chat button. So you can post there, we'll respond to them. So what I'll do is I'll carry on with, you know, stuff that I need to talk, and then if Lucci joins,
we'll she will.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so these are some of the important dates that you need to remember. You can also take a picture. So we do have free airport shuttle on August 20th, on August 8th, 20th, and 26th. The deadline is August 1st. The international orientation on Lloydminster campus is on August 28th. We'll be talking about everything that you would need to know while you stay in Canada. And then for Vermilion is August 29th. We will also have a representative from Service Canada, so they can issue you your social insurance number right on that day on the campus. So you will need that social insurance number to work in Canada. So we'll take care of that on the same day. The fees is due on August 12th. So if you haven't paid your tuition fee yet, you need to pay it by August 12th to avoid any late fee fines. The program registration for energy is August 23rd, and September 3rd is for all other programs. Just so you know, energy students need to arrive early to get the safety tickets before starting the program. Hey, some reminders. We know that you might be receiving a lot of emails and you might feel overwhelmed, but please check your emails frequently. This is the only way we can connect with you and send you the information that you need. So check emails, RSVP. You'll see there will be events where we will ask you to RSVP. So please respond to those emails. We like to feed at the sessions, so need to know if there is any dietary restriction. The international orientation is mandatory, but RSVP is required for to know if there is any food restrictions that you have. And pay your fees, find accommodation. Do not wait for the last moment. And then check supply list email. So Enviro will require things like rubber boots, agribusiness will need scientific calculator. We do not suggest sharing those things, so please purchase your own when you get here. And connect with us on social media. We do post a lot about events, anything that is happening at the college. And it is a great way to connect with, current students or alumni, ask for their experience or anything, Okay, so some of the frequently asked questions. How do I register for my classes? We automatically enroll you in classes. Schedules will be posted sometime in August on your My Lakeland portal. It is usually a week or two before your classes start. So you are not able to change your schedule, but for the following semester, for your next semester, you'll be able to pick classes as per your schedule. How do I apply to residence? The application link was emailed with your acceptance letter, and it is on the website as well. If you can't get into your My Lakeland account, you will need to email on this email address, and they will help fix the problem. They might need to reset your password or, What are the schedule for classes? So we are open from Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 4:30. So your classes will be between those times. We are not open on weekends, so there will not be weekend classes. Your course load will be full time, so you will be enrolled in anywhere from 4 to 5 classes at least. Can I defer my program? No, unfortunately, we do not defer programs. If you want to start program in future or at a different date, then you would need to reapply. Can I join my program if I arrive late? No, if you arrive late, you will be withdrawn and you will no longer be a student of Lakeland College. Will I have issues finding part-time work? There are many part-time work opportunities, both in Lloydminster and Vermilion. Employers are always looking for people, so that should not be a problem. And these are our social media channels, the names, so you can go follow us. If you want to be added to the group chat. And if you want to connect with other students who are coming in the same intake, then text me on this number on the screen, and give me your full name and program that you have been accepted to, and I will add you to your respective group. So that is all. And now we can answer some of your questions. Oh, we have Aluti. Okay.
Yeah. She just arrived.
Oh.
Hey, so we're
I'm
just
sorry. I was running through a wrong link.
No,
and it was
that's
asking me
okay.
to wait. So
Yeah,
sorry.
that's okay. We're really excited to have Aluchi here with us. She's one of our fabulous international students and very much a leader. And we wanted her to share a little bit about her experience and kind of some tips. So we'll pass it over to her.
All right. Thank you. I'm so sorry once again for keeping you waiting. So I will just quickly talk about some things that helped me to integrate as an international student coming from a totally different culture. Yeah, things I think will be helpful. So the first thing it will be to connect with other students. Okay, so what I've come to notice most times is we from different cultures, when we come to a place, we mostly prefer to connect with people from our own culture. Like, I'm a Nigerian. I will always want to look for that other Nigerian to connect with, which is absolutely fine. It's beautiful to do that, yeah. But Canada is a very diverse country. While it's okay to want to connect with your own people, it's also very much okay to connect with other people outside of your classroom, outside of your culture, outside of your religion, because there's so much information from people. There's so much information out there. There's so much care and love out there. But if you don't connect with those people, you will not be able to get any of those things. You will not be able to feel comfortable in this new land when you come. So that's that about connecting. Then the other thing I have there is ask that silly question. Ask that silly question. And I love how the Lakeland system operates. I came from a place where when you are in a school setting, in like a university, there's this tension. There's this, like my country, there's this tension. You don't want to ask your instructor questions because the relationship is like a slave master kind of thing. But here at Lakeland, it's completely different. Like the people here are amazing. They are like, I don't know how to say it, but they are beautiful. Like you can ask them whatever and they don't make you feel stupid for asking. So even if the question, it sounds silly in your head, you think, oh, this question doesn't sound right, I don't want to ask it. Please don't have that mindset, because you might, when you ask, you find out that what your question is not even silly, and it will even help.
Are you still there? Oh. I think somehow it got muted. Aluchi, you can unmute yourself. Oh, you can't.
Yeah. Okay, it has worked. It refused to work. It just muted me automatically and said I cannot unmute. So I'm sorry about that.
That's
so
okay.
yeah, we're talking about asking questions. So yeah, no matter how silly the questions sound in your head, just feel free, spill it out. It's not stupid. Trust me, it's not. And even in class, even outside class, it's not stupid. Ask your questions and learn and know what you need to know. And then the third thing I have there is volunteering. Now, there are some kinds of events that the Lakeland community organize, and sometimes they need students to just volunteer to do one or two things, put chairs together, tables, just be part of the whole organization system. Please participate, volunteer 5 minutes. And the truth about volunteering is you feel good about it. you meet other people volunteering, you connect, you talk, you laugh. It's like, when you come here, let me give you guys one expo. There are lots of assignments. There are so many assignments, and sometimes you just get distracted. But like you just want to, like, it's like a lot. You just want to keep doing the assignment, but taking out that 5 minutes to volunteer, to connect with other people, it will help. It's like boosting your own mental health. It's like taking a break from all the stress of school. So please volunteer. It's part of integrating. It will help you. Another thing is to participate. Now, the international community, again, they help us. They organize events for us to go out. Like sometimes we've gone to Edmonton for shopping. We've gone to, if you notice the picture, one of the pictures I have on this slide, it was the one with the snow. Yeah, went for tubing, snow tubing. And me, originally, I'm not a person who likes to I just want to get my straight A's and go. I don't even want to participate, or yeah, but that was not the right thing. And when I noticed that, and I decided to come out a little more from my skin, going for this adventure, it was so beautiful. Like, I didn't want the day to end. I had so much fun. I spoke with people I haven't talked to before, and it was really, really beautiful. It was amazing. It was amazing. So please participate. It will help you. Then finally, very, very importantly, this is my best part. We have an international student club, which I'm currently heading. And like the whole idea of the club is to help you integrate better. That's the big idea, to help you integrate better, to help you connect. Because like I mentioned, one of the ideas I had while creating the club was sometimes in class we get so uptight, we get so busy, like we are looking at this person who is doing so well in class, answering questions, and sometimes we just begin to harbor some kind of biases in our heart, some kind of hate for this person, that you're just answering all the questions. But when we have a club, we can come out of classroom, we can see ourselves, see the beauties of our culture, celebrate the beauties of our culture, celebrate who we are outside of classroom. And if you happen to have the same classmate, like maybe some of your classmates are part of the club, then you see that, oh, that person, you've been seeing that this person is rude in class, or this person does this, and you just begin to see that person in another light, be able to connect more with that person. Personally, I can testify, like, there are people who they might have a wrong opinion of me in class, but after they come to connect with me, they're like, you are so nice. And I'm like, oh, okay. But that's because they came out from classroom and they saw another aspect of me, that, oh, I laugh a lot, I do this a lot. In class, I might just look like this and I'm just listening. But then when you come out for social events, come out to participate in all these activities, you see different aspects of people, and it's all to help you integrate, it's all to help you get better. And very importantly, again, there are benefits, there are rewards for participating, there are rewards for putting yourself out there, for involving yourself in all these activities. Sometimes you get some financial reward, sometimes it's just for your own well-being and all that. And if you think you would like to be a part of the club already, we have people from different races, in quote. We have Indians, we have Japanese, Chinese, Filipino. So please, if you think you want to be a part of it already, I will just leave my name on the chat box here, and you can search me on Snapchat and reach out to me, and I'll quickly add you on the group. Or you can send me an email. And yeah, I'm very happy to connect with you. So that's all I have to say about integrating. I really hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Aluchi. So if students want to get connected, she will be a great resource. If you're worried about things or you're just not sure, you want to be a part of the club, please add her to Snapchat and talk to her. I quickly just want to mention that I see that there are some students on the call who were actually withdrawn because you didn't meet the condition of your letter of acceptance by having an approved study permit. So just so you know, if you receive an approval before registration day, and if there's room in the program at that time, let us know and we will check. And if there's room, we are more than happy to readmit you to the program. And some of you have gotten letters from IRCC indicating that you need an updated letter of acceptance. Please just email Chahat or myself. You all have our emails. Just let us know, send us the letter, and we're more than happy to help you with that. Yeah, so that's kind of all there is. We do not defer applications. So the application that you made is for this semester only. So if you do receive an approval, just contact us right away. Does anybody have questions for Judy or Chelsea regarding residents? You can either turn your mic on or you can type it in the meeting chat. Or any questions in general?
There's a question about enrollment letters. So I have dropped the email address in the chat box. You'll need to email at that address to provide them with your name, your student ID number, and ask for confirmation of enrollment letter. They'll email it to you within 2 to 3 business days. Anything services related to banking or Scotia Bank will be guided during orientation. I can't remember. I don't think Scotiabank is coming to at the orientation, but we'll guide you for banking at that time.
I see a few hands up. Did either of you have any questions?
I saw a question about whether or not they can be in residence for 1 month only.
Would you like to answer that?
Yeah, sure. The answer is no. You sign an agreement for the full 8 months. But if you do want to be in for only a month, then you can give us 4 weeks notice and we can take $100 of your damage deposit and then you can break your contract.
And we really, really encourage students to live in residence because it's convenient in the winter. You don't need to be out in the cold for as long or taking a cab, spending money walking to school, and you're much more connected with the college community. So there's so many benefits to living in residence, and it's affordable. You know, your Wi-Fi is included. There's laundry, parking for those that have vehicles. It's just it's the best option.
You can visit our website to check monthly fee for the dorms or for the prices. There are different prices for different housing. Judy, do you want to speak a little bit on this?
Sure. What was the question again?
The prices, housing prices.
Yes, there's different prices for different types of rooms. So mostly people are going to be in shared rooms now because we don't have any single rooms available anymore. So it will be $140 per week, which comes to $2,083 per semester. That's in Vermilion. Chelsea, do you want to answer the Lloyd?
Yeah, so in Lloyd, so yeah, as Judy said, there's many different types of rooms. All of the rates are listed on our website. So what happens is they are charged at a weekly rate. So say you're in a single room in Lloydminster, it's 144 per week, and then we would times that by the semester is 17 weeks. So that would be your total fee for the semester. So for most students, our fees are due up front, but we understand with most international students that is not a possibility. So if you are looking to pay monthly, you just need to apply for a payment agreement when you get here. After you've applied for residence and you come to the campus, we can set up a payment agreement to get monthly amounts for that.
I also see a question that says, can I already live in residence on the day of my arrival, which is August 8th? Yes, absolutely, we can do that. You just have to email us and let us know that you're coming on that date so that we can be ready for you.
Yes, which I see on that comment. I believe that we do already have you reserved for that day, so that one should be all good. But yes, as Judy said, if you are arriving early, whether it be on one of the airport shuttles or just on your own, please make sure that you have applied and that you contact us beforehand so we can make sure that we have rooms available for you. Because especially on the Lloyd campus and the Vermilion campus, we are doing renovations, so we're a little bit tight on space. So for those early arrivals, we really need to know who's coming.
Yeah. And it's just a quick email.
Mhm.
Yes, and as I said, I'll drop the link for, Jill already dropped the link for our residence webpage. I'll drop that and both of our email addresses for both campuses as well once we're finished here.
Hi, please, I have a few questions. My name is Ajman. Okay, so my first question is, how long are you allowed to drive with your international driver's license when you come? How long do you have? And must you necessarily get the Alberta driver's license? My second question is, I saw on the Lakeland's website, the program I chose, that you can do 1 year online. I think it's business administration, entrepreneurship for small scale businesses. Is it still available? And I want to know how that will affect my postgraduate work permit application. I think those are the questions I have. Thank you.
So for the driver's license, Chad, I'm not sure exactly how long a student can drive with an international license.
I see recently it said 1 year, but you can check on Alberta's website, Government of Alberta's website, as to what the requirements are from your country, because it could be country specific. We're not entirely sure, so it doesn't hurt to check online.
And if you are planning on working in, in the summer, what I have found is that students do sometimes require a Class 5 Alberta or Saskatchewan driver's license as part of a condition of employment. If you're working or you're in an environmental science program or ag, you may be required to drive to different sites. So it is always a good idea to get your Class 5 while you're here, because you can't use your international driver's license. You need a provincial Class 5.
And I see Sanam has a hands up as well.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, please, I think all my questions were not answered. The second question on the online.
Oh. Do you want to respond to that, Chahat, for business?
Sorry, yeah, can you repeat your question?
Yes, so I said I saw on the website that the whole first year of the program can be taken online or both
No,
online
yeah,
and
yeah.
in person.
So we do not offer online courses. There might be one at max, but it'll be offline, face to face, via that method.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I see that there's a question regarding jobs on campus. So yeah, Lakeland College does certainly create student jobs during the year. So on our website at the top, there's a link that says careers at Lakeland. So when you're here, you can check those out. Sometimes they hire students in the rec center, in the bookstore, to do residence work in the summertime and like yard maintenance. So they do certainly hire. So you just have to be checking. Did we answer all the questions, Shahat?
Looks like it. Oh, Jignasa. You can unmute yourself and talk.
Okay, I had a question about class 5 load work in both the states, which are Lloydminster and New Saskatchewan.
I was not able to hear you clearly. There was a lot of noise in the background. Can you type instead?
Yes, sure.
Okay. Active areas in campus apart from the library. Oh, activity areas. Both campuses offer like a wide range of places for students to hang out. Lots of clubs. So like Aluchi mentioned, we have our international club. The Students Association also has their own place on campus. We have student buildings that you have access to where you can go play pool and piano and just hang out. There is a bar on campus. They do like karaoke nights and wing nights. So lots of fun activities on campus. And then of course our library, which students normally spend a lot of time at.
Cafeteria.
We do. Both campuses have a cafeteria canteen, and we're excited to give you a tour on that first day during our orientation. And we'll show you.
I saw a question about so Arshpreet is asking if she can pick offline courses rather than full-time face-to-face. So offline and face-to-face is the same thing, just two different terms. So you will be enrolled in full-time classes, which is 3 courses or more, because that is a requirement for you to be study permit compliant. And because if you are part-time, then you won't be able to work off campus, or you will have issues getting your postgraduate work permit. So you will be enrolled full-time in face-to-face classes. Online classes are not considered full-time, so that is why we would not give students online classes.
Somebody had asked about sports programs. So we do have quite an array of sports teams at Lakeland College, like rodeo, rowing, curling, basketball, volleyball, soccer, and futsal. So if you are an athlete and you have questions about tryouts and that kind of thing, because it is a very different program, you are more than welcome to contact the athletics department and talk to them about recruitment opportunities. The other way to participate is to come and be a fan. So we have lots of really, we hosted basketball nationals last year. So lots of fun stuff like that you can come and cheer on your wrestlers, because we do have lots of sports teams. So contact the athletic department if you're interested in trying out for one of our teams. I'm just looking.
Yeah. And any part-time jobs will be posted on or are posted on our website. So feel free to check those out. Okay, can you provide more information about Class 5 low to work in Lloydminster and Saskatchewan? Sorry, I do not quite understand the question. Class 5 low to work?
Oh, so the Class 5 driver's license is just your regular standard unrestricted driver's license. Some jobs will list that as a requirement in order to apply. So it is important if you're wanting to maybe travel for work, that you're going to need a Class 5 driver's license.
So, Sanam, you would have already received your provincial attestation letter, which you would have used to submit your study permit. So is it necessary or not? So you would have already received it and used it for your study permit. Make sure to bring that along with you to the airport, just in case the officer needs to see it. I'll check the messages shortly. Okay, any other questions?
So yeah, please, I want to add one more thing. Please, if you're when you're coming to Canada, come with your cultural attires, because we're going to have cultural day celebration. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun apart from academics. So come prepared. Bring your cultural food. I want to taste them. Yeah, we're going to have so much fun. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys. And if there's anything you would like to ask me personally, I don't know, I can drop my WhatsApp number here if you want. You can reach out to me. Yeah. Or you can send me an email. I'll respond. I'm very happy to help. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Lucy.
you. Yeah, connecting with the, oh,
yeah,
sorry. No, I was just going to say connecting with Aluchi will be really great because she's a student, so she's got all the experience.
Okay, how can I know my specific schedule for classes on my Lakeland portal? Is it showing multiple classes for one subject?
So they're working on schedules right now. So it might just be that they're in process of finalizing the schedule, and we have construction going on at Lakeland, so they're also trying to find some space for all of our classes to be offered. So just be checking in August. So your updated schedule will be available probably mid-August. A police clearance certificate. So this is going to be sent to your department, to the admin assistant of your department. So for our human service students, you have to have this. It needs to be done no later than 3 months before classes start, and you have to have it done from your home country. So you need to bring this with you in order to work with children. That's really important. Looks like we answered all the questions.
We did.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, and Aluchi popped her number in there, so you know.
And she is available on WhatsApp, so if that's convenient, you can speak to her on WhatsApp.
If you are in Canada, then you would need to have your police check done in Canada where you live. So say if you're in Ontario, you'll have to get that done before you come. That's a good question. And Chelsea popped some more information in there. So there's the residence emails if you have questions. If you're arriving early, you have to email them so that they have something available for you.
Okay, so I'm just checking once if we have missed anything or any question. Yeah,
if there's any other questions after this, feel free to just send us an email and we can respond that way as well.
But yeah, thank you for joining us today. And you know how to get to us. You can email us, call us, contact us on WhatsApp. So whatever is convenient for you. And we hope to see you soon.
See you later. Bye, Alucci. Thanks.
Thanks, Lucy.
Bye, Judy and Chelsea.